No one likes to be dumped on, so you might be wondering how to actually spot whales that are about to dump BTC onto the market and make the market crash. So, in other words, how to sell high and buy low. Well, that's what you learn in this video. You're watching the Decentralized Lifestyle, where I teach you how to invest like smart money. I highly recommend that you join the DeFi Academy so that you get the alerts I'll be talking about in this video, the on-chain alerts, as well as technical and on-chain analysis deep dives. In this video, I will talk to you about how you can actually front run whales before the dump with a really awesome analysis technique that has to do with on-chain analytics. So most traders, they just look at technical analysis patterns, and I won't deny technical analysis patterns are incredibly useful to get a gauge on what kind of trend the market is in. But it's very difficult to predict future market moves just using technical analysis alone. So that's why on-chain analytics is extremely useful. Now you might be wondering, well, what is on-chain analytics exactly? Well, as the name entails, on-chain analytics, it's basically on the blockchain analytics. So blockchains have a lot of public information. You can see what kind of transactions people are sending to each other, but not only to each other, especially to exchanges. That's something that's very, very interesting. And by analyzing what kind of transactions are happening on the blockchain, you can get information such as the inflow, outflow, and net flow to spot exchanges, derivative exchanges. And by looking at the inflow, the outflow, you can with a high probability predict future market movements. And we'll go through a few examples in just a bit. So monitoring what kind of transactions are happening with BTC is incredibly useful. And because you can actually catch massive whale BTC inflows to exchanges 24 hours before a massive correction. So monitoring these large inflows on exchanges actually gave me a pretty high probability that a correction was going to happen at the beginning of December. CryptoQuant is one of the best tools that I use for on-chain analytics. The chart overviews are free if you want to use the pro charts as well as the alerts. You don't have to pay for a premium subscription, but me personally, I think it's highly valuable. It gives me a lot of information that I wouldn't have otherwise, and it helps increase my winning streaks when actually trying to time the market. So here under the Bitcoin exchange flows, you can then actually drill down to the specific exchanges, and you can see how many BTC are actually going onto the exchanges and out of the exchanges. You can also see the net flow, which is basically the inflow subtracted by the outflow of BTC. That means if the net flow is positive, that means more BTC is going onto the exchanges than going out of the exchanges. And that is extremely important because if there's more BTC on exchanges, well, the selling pressure can be a lot higher. That means in the near future, the price could actually drop quite a bit. So the way that this works, we've got here the BTC on exchanges inflow, and I've got an alert set up for when more than 7,000 BTC gets sent to all exchanges within 1 hour. So as soon as I get this alert, I actually send it to the DeFi Academy so that all of the members get informed. And it's actually pretty interesting. So these large blue lines are basically BTC inflows. So you can see, and this actually makes a lot of sense, as soon as the inflow happens, the price actually goes up for a bit until it actually goes to the next resistance. So this was on the 7th or 6th or 7th of December. And there was a massive BTC inflow. The price goes up to 51,791. So you'd have quite a lot of time to actually dollar cost average out of the market. You don't have to sell right away when this alert comes in, because the whales is send it onto the exchanges and they actually wait for a good opportunity in order to sell. So the price goes up for a little bit and then afterwards it drops. It continues dropping, and then quite like a few days later it's like way lower. So it's at 47,704. It just moves sideways and then get another alert on the 10th of December. More than 10,105 BTC gets sent to exchanges. The whales, they just send it to the exchanges, they wait for a bit, the price just goes sideways, goes up a little bit, goes up to the next resistance, 50,000 dollars, so many retailers are FOMOing into it. But what's actually happening is that the smart money, the whales, are actually starting to sell their position. The amount of BTC that they actually send onto the exchanges, they sell it here, and then the price actually drops. Many long positions get liquidated, so the price drops all the way down to 46,000. Price continues going sideways, and this repeats, and this is happening over and over again. Sometimes, especially if the price of an asset went up parabolically, you see way higher inflows onto exchanges, and that's a very good indicator on when might be a good time to actually sell a part of your position, because it just means that a lot of smart money is putting their BTC onto exchanges. So yeah, that's actually how I can actually pretty reliably predict 5 to 10% corrections on BTC. And I can actually show you how useful that is by looking at the DeFi Academy. So here is one notification I posted on the 2nd of December. Signal alert, BTC exchange flow went above 7,000 BTC in 1 hour, and the amount was 17,207 BTC. So I posted this to the DeFi Academy on the 2nd of December, before the December dump. So if we actually go on to TradingView, I'm going to actually look at when that was. So 2nd of December, I believe it was like at 11 a.m. So that would actually be around here. So around 56,000 US dollars. And you can see what actually happened a few days later, and I actually managed to sell quite a few crypto here. And just a few days later, on the 3rd of December, you had this massive correction. Now, of course, I can't predict how large the correction is going to be, but what I know is very often that this correction happens like 24 hours after the alert gets posted. So very often that's what happens. So if we actually scroll up, or let's have a quick look at how high this correction was. So from when I posted it around at 56,000, you see the price actually went up a little bit to 57,000. You had some great opportunities to sell. And then from here on down, the price actually dropped. If you look at the wick, it dropped 24%, but it closed like at minus 17%, which is incredible. But this is not the last alert. If we continue, I go way higher. Let's have a look. And let's find the next alert that I actually posted. And it's here, signal alert on the 6th of December. On exchange, BTC inflow went above 7,000, and the amount was 11,384 BTC on the 6th of December and at 8:29 p.m. So if we look at the BTC USD chart, so around here, so like probably around 51,000. Here you don't have that much of a time span to sell your BTC, but still pretty good alert. I think you'd have only maybe like 1 or 2 hours, maybe 4 hours before it actually started to correct and it went down to 51,000. But still, pretty decent selling point, as this has become a very important resistance. So if we look at this correction here, it went all the way down to 47,590, so minus 7%, which is not too bad. But the interesting thing is that there are actually more alerts. So I received another alert, which I posted, and that was on the 8th of December at 11:23 a.m. So let's have a look at when that was. And 8th of December, very close. So that was actually here. I believe that was at around 50,000. Or even a little bit before that. So you'd actually have the opportunity to sell at very good price points after the alert was posted. So the alert was posted on the 8th of December, let's say around here, around this time here. So you'd have the possibility, as the price went up, to sell all the way up onto 51,000, and then afterwards the price dropped. And since those two alerts, the price has went down, so it's been going down in this downwards channel for quite a bit. So here you've got 3 excellent exits, 1, 2, and 3, and these are excellent exits. And now we can actually think about when we actually want to get back into the market. And for that, we can also use on-chain analytics, but that's going to be for another video on how to actually find great buying opportunities in the market using on-chain analytics. So if you enjoy this type of content, I highly recommend that you subscribe to the channel. So the same with ETH, I actually managed to sell quite a bit of my ETH thanks to the second, the first two here alerts. So with ETH, it was more or less the same game. And I managed to sell on the 2nd of December, which was around $4,531. And I also sold again a lot more on the it was on the 6th of December at around 4,400 as the price went up a bit. I think I managed to sell at around 4,450, something like that. So that's two examples of where you can actually use on-chain analytics in order to sell high and buy low. Now, of course, you can also do it the other way around and buy high and sell low, whatever floats your boat. So yeah, that was it for this video. Let me know in the comments down below if you like more videos like this, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.